So one thing about doing your own plumbing, you don't know if you're running your water lines properly or if you're running the piping too far of a distance and there's not enough pressure in your fixtures and whatnot. So what I did was I purchased one of these water pressure gauge testers. So the idea is I'm gonna plug this into all my water supply lines prior to putting on the fixtures. That way I can figure out what exact PSI I'm looking at. Based on research, unprofessionally, I'm looking for about 30 PSI for each water supply fixture. Okay, so of course, if the water supply line is coming directly from the main line that runs directly from the water supply tap that goes to the city, it should be strong enough, but just in case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test it. So this is about 15 bucks on Amazon. It goes all the way up to 200 PSI, which is more than what you need. I believe, based on what I was seeing online, up to 60, up to 80 should be more than enough. So the version I bought actually goes to an exterior hose. And I believe a lot of people buy this because as they're installing their irrigation system, they can quickly check what the pressure is, will the water reach the end of the lawn, so on and so forth. Probably overkill for what I'm doing here. It's a small enough space that I'm pretty sure I won't lose any pressure. But the thing is, with PEX plumbing is half an inch thick on the outside, but on the inside diameter with the fittings, it's actually smaller than half an inch. So you do lose a bit of space there compared to copper piping. That's why I'm gonna double check to make sure that my pressure is actually what it's supposed to. So I bought the external version for the outside hose, but I've also bought the attachments so that I can attach it to this, and then I can attach this this piping to any size I'm looking at. So I can attach it to 1/2 inch, 3/4, whatever it is. I just have to change the fitting piece. So I bought the fitting for this, and then I'm also going to connect the other side to some regular PEX piping or copper plumbing, and then it should be easily done. So there you go. This is it. This is the pressure tester, pressure gauge, and then we have the fitting right here. I've crimped it onto 1/2 inch PEX piping, and I've used something called a push fitting. So it's a two-way push fitting. Push it in. Now I can use this to push it into any kind of connection that I need, and then I have the removal tool, remove it back out whenever I need. So now this is universal. I can take this off and put it whatever connection I need to whatever size. So it could be 1/2 inch, be quarter inch, 3/4 inch, whatever it is. So there you go. This is the pressure gauge I was telling you about. Let's test it out and see if it actually works. So the reason why I'm concerned is because there's so many angles coming in from the main line. I have 1, 2, 3 90-degree angles. So I'm worried that I'm going to lose pressure with each of these angled 90-degree fittings. On top of that, I also have a shutoff valve on the other side over there just for easy access and for maintenance. I'm also worried that's going to take down my pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit this in. Okay, I'm going to turn on the water. So I turn on the water supply, and I forgot to crimp one of the fittings. That's why I squirted water everywhere, but we fixed it. Now let's get tested. So I've got the water gauge on. I'm turning the water supply. There's no leaks this time. And then we're gonna check out what the gauge says. All right. So now it's pressurized. You can see it's at 70 PSI. So apparently 30 PSI is good enough for 6 fixtures or 6 points of fixtures. Depending on what you're using, it will count as multiple. So if you use a washing machine, apparently counts as 1.5, whereas 3 fixtures. Dishwasher counts as 1.5, kitchen sinks counts as 1.5. So it varies, right? Do your research on that. All I know is 30 PSI should be good enough for 6 fixtures. This is the bathroom vanity, which counts as 1. So at double of what the minimum requirement is, there's gonna be more than enough pressure here. So we're good to go. When you take this off, it's a good idea to depressurize this first. Otherwise, just get sprayed.